So I forget if it gives you the option to save when you die, or if you have to make sure you're saved before you die. I don't know. Man, this game looks pretty. Yeah, so the first version I ever played was on the Game Boy Advance, and then the second version I played was the Super Nintendo Virtual Console on the 3DS. See, like, I bought a new 3DS just so I can play Super Nintendo games. But now that I have this, I don't even need the 3DS anymore. No, I still need it. But I don't need it to play Super Nintendo games. So it is old graphics, but it's outputting in 1080p, so this looks gorgeous. This is just so beautiful. Ow. Oh yeah, 4 hits. It's a link between worlds when there are 3 hits. Ah. Haha. Ooh. You can't hit me on stairs. I'm the Stairmaster. Yeah, in this game it's the A button. So I like these enemies. When I have the Pegasus boosts, the Pegasus boots, I can just dash right through them. Alright. So this is a part of the game where being on the Super Nintendo really helps. Ah! Because on the Game Boy Advance game, you can't see above or below you that very well, so you don't have a lot of reaction time to dodge those cannons. I really think that is the only time where having a taller screen is beneficial. Other than that, I mean, it's a pretty fine port. Oh my gosh, skeletons, stop it! Jeez. Okay. And this room, I love this room because I can just beep, 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 and beep. It's so easy. Yeah, those bottles are really overpowered. Like these eye creatures, they take 8 hits of your sword or 1 bottle. Beep. This guys used to scare me when I was little. I can do this dungeon in like 10 minutes. Oh, yeah, and the Dark Forest Temple, which is the one where you get the fire rod in. I figured out the quickest route through that temple. So I can do that in like 10 minutes. You might hear my dog in the background. Huh. There we go. All right, all right, all right, all right. Yay! Big key. Ah, yeah. I really want my brother to play this game. He's never played it, but I think he'd like it. Maybe. I was just listening to the Game Grumps play A Link to the Past. At first I put on John's playthrough because I do like John, but I think Aaron and John are too similar. Like they both originated from YouTube videos. I mean, from YouTube, and started off like making gaming videos. Actually, Aaron started off with animation, didn't he? I don't know, but their origins, like they're both pretty video game oriented, and they're both like trying really hard to be funny and like angry. but Danny, like his video game knowledge is more about like these kind of games, the Nintendo, Super Nintendo. And his background is more musical. So they have that like dynamic to play off of. Also, in John's playthrough, a lot of their... It's not exposition. A lot of their dialogue was just... Oh, I never got the arrows. Oh, crap. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be talking. I guess I could just cut that part out because I don't like talking about other YouTubers while I'm playing my YouTube game. But I listen to the Game Grumps on a daily basis. And I feel like this game was pretty big in their catalog. Yeah, so when John and Aaron played it, they just talked about the differences between Ocarina of Time and A Link to the Past. Which is all fine and dandy, but Aaron kind of goes... Aaron does that with animation and comedy in detail in his own sequelitis video. So just to hear him do that with John... And I don't know, the way John holds a conversation, I don't feel like he and Aaron... Never mind, I'm going to stop talking about them. I do like John. I like John. I like John Tron. I like his show. There we go. Alright, I think I'm dying so much because I'm not used to the Super Nintendo controls. Their heads look kind of purple. Oh, you know what? Having 16-bit graphics being displayed in 1080p reminds me a lot of like modern retro games. Oh, what would you call a modern retro game? I guess just retro. But yeah, like it's pixelated, but it looks pretty like this because it's being displayed properly. So in that sense, this game really holds up. Like this looks like something a modern retro gamer would make today. That's pretty cool. I'll use my arrows here. Like with the missiles in Metroid, I'm kind of hesitant about using arrows because I know I can run out. But I think I'm good here. So with this last one, I can pretty much just... Yeah. That's usually how I do this one. So the only problem with this hard mode challenge is that I have to get these hearts. Like there's no way around it. Woo! But I'm not going to upgrade my sword. I'm not going to upgrade my tunic. And I'm trying to think if you really need the mirror shield. I'm not sure. All right, so that's pendant 1. So I gotta talk to Sahasrahasrahra. Take an arrow to the helmet. Hold A. Okay. So then what's the button to... Oh, so A, you pick up jars, and... Okay, I'm trying to remember how they did it. Okay, so in the Game Boy version, R just picks up items and stuff. No. R did the dash too. I think what it was... Okay, because A was like the dialogue box, what would happen is I would get done with a piece of dialogue, or I'd get done swimming, and then I'd still be mashing A, so I would accidentally fire off arrows, and I didn't really like that. I didn't like having my primary action also being set to my... what do you call it when items can like deplete? Spendable items? Yeah, that sounds about right. Do I have any bombs? Yeah, bombs. Oh, I don't need a bomb anyway. Woo! Yeah, these fairies are a lot more pretty than the ones in Ocarina of Time. So... Again, I don't want to talk about Ocarina of Time in this video. Because I will play it eventually, and I feel like I can just talk about my problems with Ocarina of Time when I play it. So I'll do that. I'll hold off. I don't need to be down here. Maybe I do. I forget if it's the light world or the dark world where you get the ice wand. I always thought it was so cool that there's an item that you get just from adventuring that you actually need to beat a boss. Can I do this yet? I think I can do... Oh, but I don't want to get heart pieces. So never mind. This is hard mode. Da-da-da-da. Oops, I forgot something. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, and the sounds for the Super Nintendo sound a lot better than on the Game Boy. I don't know what it was, but Game Boy compressed everything. I don't know, it was like... I guess it was like taking a WAV file and making a low-bit MP3 out of it. It's essentially the same music, but it just sounds tinnier. And also, in the Game Boy Advance version, they added sound effects to Link. Like whenever you swing your sword, Link would go, ha, ha, ha. And the sound effects were actually from Ocarina of Time. Which is fine, I guess. But when you're doing this, Link would go, ha, 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 and that got really annoying after a while. I mean, I usually play with the sound off anyway, because the Game Boy Advance didn't have a headphone jack, weirdly enough. So I kind of got used to not having sound, but when he did, it was noticeable. I'm imagining like the librarian is there and Link's just like whistling, I'm not doing anything. And then to the beat of the song, he knocks the bookcase over.